We are joined by a very special guest, Rex Sinquefield. You are the co-founder of St. Louis Chess Club and one of the people responsible for making St. Louis the home of American chess. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here with my two favorite announcers, commentators, along with Nazi Piquetzi.
Of course. Well, in that case, you're our favorite guest. Rex, we've just celebrated very, very recently when the club was announced as the chess capital of America, and we sent a delegation.
10 years ago.
Yes, we sent a delegation to D.C. to thank the Congress.
Right.
A lot of progress in those 10 years.
Yeah, we've had several senators and congressmen show up. And I send my dearest regards to Ted Cruz, senator from Texas, who I was happy to defeat twice in a row that day. He was very accommodating.
He gave up his pawns and bishops willingly.
Yeah, you know.
You took down a senator.
I know. What am I thinking of?
Right?
Very impressive.
But 10 years of history.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe how long ago we started.
50.
It's just going way too fast.
Yeah. And now here we are at the Cairns Cup celebrating the tournament that your wife created.
That's right. Yes. And celebrating it with the, what is the name of the award? The Cairns
Chess Queens Award.
Chess Queens
Award.
Which will pay $100,000 to any one of 5 women, American citizen women, to gain the Grandmaster title within the next 5 years.
And there we can see Irina Krush
as the award was presented.
Yes, and that was a great touch, giving it to Irina in recognition of her past. She was really surprised.
It was a very emotive moment at the opening ceremony when that happened. I was very proud and grateful to you and Jeannie for that, because Irina has really been, for us, a kind of a shining light.
Oh, she's a marvelous ambassador for the game of chess worldwide.
Yeah.
And a model for every woman who wants to aspire to something.
Yeah, absolutely. I think because of this award, we suddenly see a lot of interest from American girls and women who are desperate now to work towards that Grandmaster title. And talking about women, the Cairns Cup obviously is happening. Have you been following the action?
I have been following it religiously every day.
Nice.
John Costello, our important security guard, who said, Rex, if you don't mention my name, you're going to be in trouble.
I think I have to finagle John into the conversation, too. I owe him big time for all of
the great farmer pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he was on Whitey Herzog's team. Whitey Herzog, just passed away a month and a half ago. Just absolutely amazing. It followed shortly by Willie Mays. Yesterday, at age 93, I think Whitey was also 93.
A very sad passing. Willie Mays stand out. Yeah. But Rex, I got to ask you about the Grand Chess Tour that's coming up, and the tour will soon start again in Bucharest. Right. But then come August, and here are the dates of the tour.
Yeah, and you can see the Grand Chess Tour will finish in St. Louis, starting with the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz and the Sinquefield Cup. You looking forward?
Very much so. I have to confess, this is probably my favorite tournament. I mean, it's a nice one because it attracts all the strong players from all over the world. I've never been invited to that.
I don't know how they've overlooked sending you an invitation to be a competitor.
But it takes up almost the entire month of August.
Right. Well, I mean, so much preparation goes into that.
Yeah, that's nice because there's nothing else to do here in August.
And how do you feel when you're in St. Louis and you see that now there are so many Grandmasters resident in this beautiful city?
That is such a source of joy, and when I moved here 16, 17 years ago, moved back from Los Angeles, thank you, Lord, for freeing me from that devilish place, there were no Grandmasters.
Right.
And then Ben Feingold was the first to move in as one of our announcers, followed quickly by many others at St. Louis University, Lindenwood, University of Missouri and Columbia, and we already had Webster College here.
Exactly.
So we've got like 20 or 25 Grandmasters.
Right.
And I assert, with no evidence, mind you, I'm doing a Joe Biden, Sorry, didn't mean to get political. I assert this is the city with the largest number of grandmasters in the world, larger than even Moscow. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds good.
It sounds great. Seriously, my immediate next door neighbor is Fabiano. I'm not aspiring to become the U.S. champion. I just want to be the best guy on the block. That's my goal these days. And Fabi tells me the story. There's a wonderful little sushi bar just right around the corner, maximum seating capacity 20 persons. He went in there the other day, and the whole restaurant was filled with St. Louis University students. And Levon Aronian was also in the place. He counted 18 customers inside this little sushi bar were grandmasters. Wow. And it was like the greatest concentration of grandmasters in the world. I mean, I was like, dang. I mean, man, that's pretty impressive. But it's because of you. Yeah. It's the Sinquefield.
Well, you know, when you said being the best on your block, I'm sure you know the story about Joe Garagiola, a famous fellow from St. Louis, and was the most frequent guest on the Johnny Carson Tonight Show over 25 years. Mm-hmm. And he used to say, you know, if you make it to the major leagues like I did, you're certainly the best player in your city. Or at least you're the best player in your neighborhood. And for sure, you're the best player on your street. But I wasn't any of those because Yogi Berra lived right across the street.
I bet you the two pushed each other to the max. When we saw the Grand Chess Tour just a moment ago, we saw that the Sinquefield Cup obviously is the crown, the crown jewel. But I remember, and I'm not sure you remember this, but we were going to make a tournament here in St. Louis, and we got a committee together to name the baby, name the tournament.
Yes,
and
I remember.
You had only one request.
Right. That St. Louis be in the name of the
Precisely.
tournament.
That was it. And then you came back and you said, okay, so what are we naming it? We said Sinquefield Cup. You go, what's wrong with you guys? I gave you my marching orders and you cursed me out in Latin. It was the only time in my whole life I got cursed out in Latin. Elevated? I'm looking forward to the next time it happens, Rex. That was great fun. Rex, seriously, we have remarkable things still going on in St. Louis. Now we've got PBS doing a series. We've got the World Chess Hall of Fame. The music nights are sold out months in advance.
I feel sorry for people who don't know about it or don't attend.
Right.
I'm just still amazed. I bought the CD of the last one we had.
Right.
What was her name? Jean Vera or something. She's a French lady.
Right.
French, American, British.
Yes.
And she's got a beautiful British accent, speaks beautiful French, and she actually speaks correct American.
Well, it sounds like the perfect lady. But so many, I want to say, projects, programs from, the outreach with the firemen, the police, all of the coaches, the educational stuff. I mean, where else are we going? I mean, I think we've covered the whole spectrum of things we can.
It's kind of hard to think of other things broader than that. I mean, our efforts with the police and the inner city children, that is by far my favorite thing that we do because it brings these two groups together who need to see each other on friendly terms.
Yes.
And when I go to these events, I was just at one recently at Busch Stadium, I addressed the officers briefly, and I said, it's so nice to see all of you not standing next to my car.
That was a great story. But thank you, Rex, for joining us in the studio. Thank you for doing absolutely everything you can for chess and St. Louis.
And thank you for being such great commentators. That's the reason people watch these games. It's not the games, it's you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.